Hello, mathematicians. This is the video for Home Connections 53 and 54. My favorite way to use the video is for you to do the homework first and then watch the video, or at least do lots of pausing so your brain actually does some thinking. All right, the directions say, when you solve problems 1 to 3, sketch an egg carton or a fraction strip. These are just pictures that we're going to use throughout the next couple of weeks to show fractions. You can draw a fraction picture however you want, okay? All right, number 1, there's a lot of words here, so you might want to read this more than once. Rico's dad bought home 2 sub sandwiches. The veggie sandwich, let me get my marker ready here. A little thicker. Okay, the veggie sandwich, and he ate, up here. The veggie sandwich was cut into 6 pieces. The club sandwich was cut into 12 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to draw that before I move on any further. Sometimes, and I think I'll use like a rectangle. Sometimes a word problem can be difficult, but a picture really makes it more obvious. Okay, so there's our veggie split into 6 pieces. And our club sandwich was split into 12. I'm going to split it up exactly the same way, but then sort of cut it in half. So that way the pictures really look quite similar. So we've got our club sandwich and we've got our veggie sandwich. And your picture can totally look a little bit different. All right, moving on. It says Rico's brother, Louis, ate 2 pieces. So he ate that many pieces. His sister Carlotta ate 4 pieces of the club. Oh my gosh, I bet you can already tell something based on this picture. Louis said Carlotta got more sandwich than he did. Carlotta said they got exactly the same amount. Who was right, Louis or Carlotta? All right, well, Carlotta is correct, because you can tell from the picture that they're exactly the same amount. Okay, so not only are the pictures the same, but the fractions themselves, 2/6, that's the veggie, and 4/12, that's the club sandwich, are exactly the same amount. Check this out. If you double the number of pieces, but the pieces are half as big, that's why it's exactly the same. Okay? And we're going to talk about that for the next month and a half or so, all about fractions. Okay, number 2. Vincent says that 1/4 is more than 1/3 because 4 is more than 3. Oh, silly Vincent. All right, we're going to draw a picture because pictures are really good for fractions. You could draw a rectangle, but I sometimes really like drawing circles. So I'm going to draw 1/4 as a circle. Okay, so there's my 1/4. And I'm going to draw 1/3 and try to make those circles pretty similar. 1/3 always looks a bit like a peace sign to me. All right, but you could draw 2 rectangles as well. All right, you can tell based on this picture that 1/3 is more. When the bottom number, the denominator, is bigger, that actually means the fraction is smaller because it's split up into more pieces. If the bottom number is smaller, it actually means the piece is bigger. It's like splitting it up between less people so everybody gets more. All right, do you agree with Vincent? No. 1/3 is more than 1/4. And I think our picture itself does a lot of the explaining. Okay, moving on to page 54. Talia says that 1/3 and 2/6 are equivalent fractions. Again, I think pictures, if I had to pick one thing in math that I was allowed to draw pictures for, I would totally pick fractions. I think it's the best thing to use pictures for. All right, so I'm going to draw 1/3. And again, I think I'm going to use circles. So here's my 1/3. And I'm going to try to draw the exact same thing. I'm going to split it into thirds again. but then I'm going to split those pieces in half and show 2/6. And I can see that these two fractions are identical. And the reason they're identical is there's twice as many pieces shaded, but the pieces are half as big. So that's why it's the same. Okay, I'm going to write it, maybe that over here. And we're going to talk about this again so much over the next month and a half. Okay, so there's twice as many pieces, but when the bottom number is twice as big, the pieces are half the size. So it all ends up being the same amount, equivalent to that math word. All right. Letter B, name a fraction that's equivalent to 1/3. Well, we could write down 2/6. That's right up from above, okay? We're going to find out later that if you were to, split these pieces in half again, let me just show you. What if you split all these pieces in half again? Instead of being 6 pieces, there would be 12, and there are 4 shaded. So we could also write 4/12. So I'm going to write that. And there are so many equivalent fractions, and we'll keep talking about that, okay? All right, number 4, the challenge. In a 12-egg carton, 2 eggs fill 1/6 of the carton. Use the grid to help you imagine and draw cartons where, all right, this is not that hard, so stick with me. It says 6 eggs fill 1/6. Let's go ahead and shade in 6 eggs. And that is 1/6 of the carton. So what if we shaded in another 6 eggs? That would not be 1/6, that would be 2/6 of the carton. And we need to get all the way to 6/6, which is the whole shebang. So let's draw another 6 eggs. That's 3/6 of the carton. Let's draw another 6 eggs. Again, pictures are so powerful in fractions. That's 4/6. Let's draw another 6 eggs. That's 5/6 of the carton. And again, we want to get up to the whole shebang, the whole carton. So we're going to go up to 6/6. So another 6 eggs. There's 6/6. All right, letter B, 25 eggs fill 5/6 of the carton. All right, let's do me a favor here. Let's draw 25 eggs. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down 5 and then go across 5. So color in like a 5 by 5 area because that's 25 eggs. We are almost done. Okay, so we've got 25 eggs filled in, but that's only 5/6 of the carton. We need to get all the way up to 6/6. So that's like, this is 1/6. That's 2/6. Oops, I wrote 2/3. That's 2/6. This is 3/6, 4/6, and 5/6. But that's not the whole carton, right? We need to get all the way up to 6/6. So in order to do that, we need to draw one more column here. Okay. So in that second picture, there are 30 eggs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's go ahead and write that there are 30 eggs. And in this first carton, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. There are 36 eggs. Okay, so drawing it was really helpful. This last question says, how did you decide? Would you do me a favor, please, and X that out? Because we figured it out by using our drawing. All right, let me show you all of the answers to 53. And all of the answers to 54. All right, kids. I will see you in class.